When I was a kid, my dad and I used to take things apart together. Toasters, televisions, Walkman. And it was a lot of fun because with a couple of wrenches and screwdrivers, you could find out what was inside of everything. And I'll backtrack for a second. If you're confused about the Walkman thing, it was a personal CD player. You'd plug headphones into it. And I used to like taking them apart because they had this little laser thing that would read the discs, and I would collect all the lasers. I don't know what I was going to do with them, but I was 8 years old, and the idea of having a bunch of lasers excited me. I figured if I collected enough of these lasers, I could make a much stronger laser and ultimately implement that into some sort of laser gun. I never did get that worked out, though. Now, another thing that me and my father would do together is we would play pitch and putt. We would go to this golf course a couple towns over, and they had a little shack on the side where you would go and play pitch and putt. The longest hole was like 90 yards. The shortest one was like 30. And that was my favorite thing to do, man. I thought about it all the time. I would practice my swing. We would go to the driving range, and when I was 8 years old, I could hit a driver like 150 yards straight. There really was no reason that it couldn't have been out on the course, but my dad told me that I had to be at least 14 years old, and I was 8. So my only option was pitch and putt. But then one day I went to my father, and I asked him if he wanted to go play pitch and putt, and he told me actually they had closed it down forever. That broke my heart, man. I had 6 years before they were going to let me on an actual course. Anyway, not long after that, my parents got divorced. My dad disappeared from my life. And one day I'm working at a job, and I'm right across the street from that golf course where they had the pitch and putt. And I thought, damn, it's a shame that they closed that pitch and putt. Then it dawned on me, something that wouldn't have dawned on me if I wasn't a father myself. Maybe he was lying. I've done it. I made a fake news article one time to get my daughter and her friend off my back about going to the boardwalk. Here's that article. And so when I was done with that job, I decided I was going to go drive across the street, and lo and behold, pitch and putt was still open. So now when I reflect on my time as a kid, and to this day I'm still taking things apart and putting them together, I think about my father and I think, what a dick. I could have been a golfer. Anyway,